Okay, so the last two things we're going to learn, the last couple things that we're going to learn are about conjugates. So conjugate is the sum or difference of the same two terms. Okay, so the product of a conjugate is the difference of squares, which means that there's going to be no radicals left. So we did a little bit with difference of squares, but not too much. So if I have the square root of 7 plus the square root of 3 times the square root of 7 minus the square root of 3, what that really means is we're just going to do the square root of 7 squared minus the square root of 3 squared. So if we square the square root of 7, that just gives us 7 minus 3, which is just going to equal 4, which does not have a radical in it, which we love. Okay, so we can use conjugates to simplify a quotient whose denominator is a sum or difference of radicals. Okay, and we can use this when we have both radicals or when we have only one radical. So for this one, if I have 10 over the square root of 7 minus the square root of 2, the conjugate is just going to be the square root of 7 plus the square root of 2. And to rationalize this denominator, I'm going to do it on both top and bottom. So I'm going to multiply both the top and bottom by the square root of 7 plus the square root of 2. So when I do that, the top is going to be this 10 square roots of 7 plus 10 square roots of 2. Okay, our bottom, we are going to square the first terms. So if we do square root of 7 squared, and it's going to be minus the square root of 2 squared. That leaves us with 10 square roots of 7 plus 10 square roots of 2 on the top. And we've got 7 minus 2, which leaves us with 10 square roots of 7 plus 10 square roots of 2 over 5. And we can simplify this because we can divide 10 divided by 5 on both of these, which leaves us with 2 square roots of 7 plus 2 square roots of 2. And that is our final answer. Okay, so let's move on to our last one. We're going to have this negative 3 over the square root of 10 plus the square root of 5. That's a 10, okay? We're going to multiply it by our conjugate, so that's the square root of 10 minus the square root of 5 on both top and bottom. When we do that, that gives us negative 3 square roots of 10 plus 3 square roots of 5 over, we're going to have the square root of 10 times the square root of 10, which leaves us with 10. And then the square root of 5 times the square root of 5, which leaves us with minus 5. That leaves us with negative 3 square roots of 10 plus 3 square roots of 5 over 5. And that is our answer.